What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sky Bees. So, in the last episode, we did change up our apiaries here, and we got these guys below me in an apiary. These are kind of some new bees. We have a couple of new ones over there behind me, but um, last episode we had a little bit of issue with these bees. I put the bees down before the apiary, and some of them got out. Now, what I ended up finding was all of the bees inside both these apiaries, but a redstone and a steel bee that were below me actually ended up in the apiary that is behind me, but we have since fixed that. We did go AFK for a little bit at the end of the last episode, and we have a bunch of stuff. We've got 9,000 electrum ingots, 9,000 aluminum ingots, just under 9,000 bronze. We have a bunch of lead. We have 9,000 uranium. Let's see, 7,000 tin. Nickel's doing good, silver's doing good, copper's doing good. We're getting all the things. We actually did fill up a drawer with clay too, because you'll notice that there's a piece of sand just sat there. Um, as it sits right now, we have nowhere for our clay to go, so it can't send it over here. So if we go look in the item router, we have nothing in it at the moment. We have 64 sand here, and I bet you there's some items stuck inside here, but there is nowhere for it to go. So I think we're good on clay, though, honestly. 3,195 blocks of clay, 12,000 clay balls. I think we're good. I think we do need to take some of this out, though, and smelt it up for future projects. But I'm going to go ahead and tear this system down because we don't really need it anymore. It worked for exactly what we wanted. Oh, yeah. You can't send the clay Claйconia. So we're going to just go ahead and rip this system down. Let's go ahead and get all of the items out of here. We had a bunch of items in the material stonework factory uh, in the form of gravel, cobble, and sand because the thing was so backed up. So now we can go ahead and throw this stuff in here. And that cleans out our inventory very nicely. What I would like to work on today kind of takes us away from the quest line. It takes us out of a lot of different things. I would like to work on getting this angel ring. This jetpack has been great for us. You know, we can fly really fast. We can get to places. We can do our thing. But what I don't like about it, you guys have probably seen it in a couple episodes, is we try to get somewhere specific to place a block, and we're doing a lot of this. The angel ring does give us creative flight. We are a little bit slower than the jetpack, but one of the things that we can do a little bit different is when we go to descend somewhere, we can actually just drop rather than having to crouch to descend. So to make the diamond ring, we need quite a few things. We need an emerald jetpack, which we have one. We're going to need to craft more, which is why I have all of these things bookmarked. We're going to need some star metal. We're going to need some mana diamond blocks. And then we're going to need 2 armored jetpacks as well as this ender star block. Now I've done a little bit of work off camera and I have the star metal. I have the mana diamond blocks. The one thing that I don't have is the ender star block. Now the armored jetpack is bronze, a little bit of diamond dust and steel, and then a jetpack. A jetpack is tin, a basic chemical tank, some steel ingots, and these basic control circuits. This is osmium and redstone. We can make these really, really simple. And the basic gas tank, we can actually craft those as it is. I do need to create 2 of these, but we should be able to make these armored jetpacks real easy. The one thing that we don't have is this ender star block. We need 9 ender stars, which is done in the extended crafter from extended crafting. That's why I have this up. I actually crafted this book. It's not very helpful. If we look in it, which it should be right here, and we go to crafting methods and we go to ender crafting, it just says it's crafting using the power of waiting. Ender crafting setup consists of an ender crafter and ender alternators. The crafter will take energy from the void via the alternators. The more alternators you have, the faster it will craft, and you can place those in a 3-block radius around the crafter above and below also. So, it's somewhat informative, but it's not extremely detailed. So we are going to need to make this bad boy right here, which we don't have the stuff for. Let's just go ahead and make a stack of ender ingots because I think we're going to need them. We should be able to make, let's say, 16 of these. And then, of course, we need to make a crafting table, which we can. There is our ender crafter. We need some alternators. And let's just make as many as this will let us. 26. Okay, that's more than I wanted. But to make these, we need 4 Eye of Enders around a nether star, so we're going to need 36 Eyes of Ender. That is unfortunate because we just used up a ton of them. I should have paid a little more attention. Let's see if we have enough stuff to make 36 of these. We do. And then we're going to need nether stars, and we just need 9 of those. Perfect. Now you can use, not in this necessarily, but let's see. If we looked up B, could we? No. In the crates and stuff, you can use your scroll wheel to pull out individual items, but that doesn't really matter. So we need to set this guy up. This is going to be a temporary thing. Uses for this guy is to make ender stars, enhanced ender ingots. These obviously are for the angel ring. These guys, we may need them for the elite crafting table. No. Ultimate component, no. Let's see what the uses on these bad boys are. And the uses for this guy. So this isn't even a thing, even though it is part of extended crafting, we don't use them. So realistically, this is the only thing that we need. So let's go ahead and just set it down here. We will place that down. We will place some alternators around it. For now, we'll just do a little 3x3 around it. Place these guys in here. We need 4 stacks like so. And it is very slow. Let's place down all of the alternators that we have. It's going faster. So that is all the ones that we made, and this is the speed in which this stuff is being made. So I guess, as the book said, we'll wait. Now, while I'm waiting for that stuff to go on, I'm going to go ahead and start crafting up some of these more basic jetpacks and get ourselves all the way up to another jetpack. I know that we're going to need at least 6 of these. For the thrusters, we're going to need a couple of batteries. We did this once before. Like, we need 3 batteries here. So we're going to need some more of these components. Something like that. Let's just throw these guys in here. Hopefully we can make the capacitor. We can make 2 of those, and then we're going to need to make the leather strap, which should be easy for us to make. And we have the beginnings of our jetpack line. So now I'm going to go through and get all the way up to the emerald jetpack. Well, we're getting there. We have 7 of these in the time it took us to craft another jetpack. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go back up here and we're going to get these circuits that we need, these basic circuits from this guy. We're going to go ahead and start crafting up these jetpacks, which while this thing is working, we can go ahead and craft ourselves 2 basic chemical tanks. That should be everything that we need here. For this one, we are going to need diamond dust. Now I need 4 diamond dust, and I could make a crusher for mechanism, but that requires a steel casing and all kinds of stuff. I think the best thing to do is just to make this quartz grindstone. The only thing that we're missing is a wooden gear, which honestly should be real easy for us to make. A lot easier than the other basic circuits that we need. This thing is, that's not what I was looking at. That thing is done. We should be able to just go down here, take off our plate mold, put this guy in here, swap it out. Now, the reason that I keep throwing these for the gear onto here, well, I guess this does it one at a time, but normally gears require 4 um, ingots to make, and this hopper can only push 1 item out at a time, so you can't make your gears that way. But let's take this. This is all done. We will clean this up later. Let's go ahead and throw these in here. We will make the end star block. We'll throw this in here. We'll throw that in here. We will go ahead and make the quartz grindstone, which should be easy to make. And then I do believe we also need what is called a hand crank, or is it just called a crank? It's called a wooden crank. We need this guy. We need 4 diamonds. And we put this guy and this guy, diamonds in here, and then you just sit here and hold right click until this thing stops moving, basically. And it should take your diamonds and grind it into diamond dust. Now, the quartz grindstone typically is a thing that you can get very early game, and you can use this to duplicate or double your ores. So here we have osmium ore. We get 1 osmium dust, and there's a potential for a second one to be made. It's typical for all the ores, and this is normally the way you do it, but in this pack, we had to wait to get the wooden gear, which is not a huge deal, but we should be able to make this. Yep, and then we should be able to make this into the advanced version. And this should be a lot of the stuff that we need to make the angel ring. This should be everything. Now, I am going to lose my jetpack when I do this, so we need to make sure that we're completely 100% ready to go. These guys should go in the corner like this. Armored jetpack here, armored jetpack here. Now, before I craft this, we're going to leave it in the crafting table, and let's look at the angel ring. This guy, we are going to need elytra. See, it's a good thing that we did not craft this because I would be hosed. The diamond ring does nothing for you. Let us go ahead. We're going to need the elytra. The only way that we can do this, obviously, is we are going to have to go to the end and fight the Ender Dragon. So, detour time. So the way we get to the end in this pack, if we look in our quest book here, there is dimensions, and we need to make an end cake. Now, to make an end cake, which I have pulled up here, it is just 6 eyes of ender. It is some end crystals, which we can make. We actually have gas tiers. I need to make 8 of these, and 9 is fine. And then we're going to need to make a cake. And like I said, I actually have gas tiers. I killed some gas in the nether while we were hooking up our mob slaughter factory, but I need to make a cake. I don't have milk. All of the times that we had the passive mobs on the island, I did not milk the cow, which is a mistake on my end, but with 500 millibuckets of honey, 2 eggs, and some wheat, we can make a cake. So let's get the solidification chamber out. Let us get the melter. Let's get some fluid pipes. Let us get some eggs, which I know we have a couple of those. And let's get us a piece of wheat, which we were growing that. Perfect. So, way back when we were messing with the solidification chamber, if we look at the uses of the solidification chamber and we get over to the honey recipe. Hold on. You just came out of nowhere. Looting 3, unbreaking 5, life mending. No. The life mending, I don't know if that saps it from me or from somebody else, but um a quick little pause. Honey. You guys will see that we have honey here with 3 sticks gives us a block of honey, right? And the recipe is from cyclic. Now, if we look, we have honey from cyclic and we have honey from resourceful bees. I think this is the stuff that we get out of our centrifuge, and that is going into that tank, and that is why using the melting chamber and the solidification chamber, we don't actually get the honey from it. So I think what we're going to need to do is go ahead and melt down a honey block in the solidification chamber, and then pump it into, or in the melting chamber, and then pump it into here with this stuff in it, and we should be able to make a cake. Should be pretty simple, right? And to do this, I'm going to just go ahead and remove this stuff here, so that these guys can get power for just a minute. We need 2 honey blocks for this to work. Nope, like that. Okay, so we have 2,000 buckets of honey. Now, I did do some testing with these fluid cables. They will pump fluids and items very, very quickly. The fluid cables actually will hold 16 buckets per fluid cable. Item conduits will hold 1 stack of items per cable. So that's why these fluid cables are not the greatest, because now all 2,000 is in here. We didn't get to do, just one little craft, but we have a cake and we have 1,000 honey still in there. We could make another cake, but I think, whoops, I think we'll be fine. End cake is done, but as you guys will know, we're probably best to make some kind of bow. That is why I have a couple of stacks of arrows here to fight the Ender Dragon. So there is this electric bow, which I think will be good for us. So we'll take the energy tablet, and then we will go ahead and get the electric bow. Now, these infused alloys, it's just redstone and iron in a metallurgic infuser. Right here, we need 10 millibuckets, which is 1 redstone dust. Pretty easy to make, but we do need to go ahead and set up our fire mode on and off. We do need to set up our wireless charging here. Surge limits. Isn't this our flux controller? Yeah, right now we have just our armor slots. We can do our main hand. And this guy should charge? Yeah, there it's going right there. It holds the same amount of energy as our Emerald Jetpack. Okay. The other thing that we're going to want to get is going to be a water bucket. Just in case we get into a pinch with Enderman. This will come in good. We're going to put our cake down here. And we're not going to go just yet. Let's think about everything that we're going to need whilst we clean this up, which is very easy with Vein Miner. So we've got ourselves a bow. We've got ourselves a decent sword. Our pickaxe is getting low, our paxel. So I think we should go ahead and make another one of those, which we have to make the diamond variant. Should be just a quick couple clicks of the mouse here. And like so. And then we need a netherite ingot, which we have right here. And the, what is it called? It's called a smithing table. Which I don't have this thing packed or put down because we don't use it that often. Looks better. So bow, I do have a chest plate. I do have this guy. We do have our charm on us for poison and wither and fire and void protection. I think we're good. The only thing that I need to do is give this the old test. What does fire mode do? Okay, it lights stuff on fire. Get out of here. Okay, I think we're prepared to go to the Nether or to the end, sorry, and fight this dragon. So let's go over here to the cake and see if we can't eat. Aha. Good news is the dragon is obviously still alive. I haven't been out here to fight it. And because we have a jetpack, this should be really, really easy for us to fight. Maybe. Ooh, that we took some serious damage. We don't have armor on our jet plate. Let me do controls. No, back. Video settings. Okay, everything is turned down pretty good. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more. This bow isn't terrible. It's just a little bit better than a vanilla Minecraft bow. And the fact that we can toggle fire damage on and off is pretty good. That was a good shot. Alright, my dude. Let us land. Ooh, what do we got here? Dimensional shard ore. We need that. Uh-oh, waiting for the server. Ooh. Ooh, he hits hard. She hits hard. Hi. Did I anger you? Where are my food? There it is. Are you mad at me or are you mad at the dragon? Mad at me for sure. Could really use that ender pearl. I was just getting ready to say that's the one thing that we did forget. Really, I don't think this thing is doing us any good other than blocking our field of view. Before I jet over to the end islands, once we kill this thing, we do need to make sure that we grab some of this dimensional shard ore. It'll come into play later on in the series. Thought maybe fire mode would be like a rapid fire. That would have been cool. Alright, come on, swoop down and get me. A terrible shot. Come on. Maybe we should have got some like strength potions. That would have helped. Doesn't have a great range either. There we go. It's coming down. Come on. Come on, perch. Just a few more hits. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, stay, 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 stay. I can't hit you while you're flying? I don't think so. I was gonna say, come on. All right, there we go. Free the end. We got it. Always like taking a screenshot of that. So we got quite a bit of experience. We have the dragon egg. I don't know if this thing is going to be worth us grabbing. It's not like we have any draconic evolution. But we might as well get this thing and see if there's any uses. Ignore spawn conditions. Looks like on Apotheses, we can use it for the spawners. So I'm going to get some of this dimensional shard ore. And then we're going to head through that gate that we unlocked over there. If this was a vanilla gate, this would be a pain to get to. But luckily we have the jetpack, so let's go through. And we have made it. I don't really need to worry about marking down coordinates just because, as I said before, we have this little slash home command. We will grab some chorus fruit. We will grab some chorus flowers. And we just need to pay attention. Ooh, what is this? Oh, what are you? That's cool. These are neat. It's like a little spiral. Now that's super cool. Things like that could really change the end experience, what we deal with in vanilla Minecraft. Trying obsidian. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going on an exploration. Ooh, what's this? This video is going to end up running a little longer than usual just because there's going to be so much stuff to see. What are you? Just a building block, I guess? It's cool. It's like eggs. Same stuff. Same stuff. Yeah, so I flew off in a weird direction, which I don't know where I'm heading. I should look at my map. These things look so cool on the map. Typically, when you spawn in, there's an in-city. Oh yeah, I guess you have a % chance of an in-city spawning in. What is that? All right, well we're gonna go explore. I thought this was a little bit of like a lighting glitch or something like that, but then again, I remembered we're not playing on Bedrock. No, this is some of that void stone um, that I've looked at crafting for a while and just can't. And that's because you find it just like a regular stone. Here is our first in-city, and it actually does have a ship. So we're going to need to grab ourselves the dragon's head and the elytra. I do believe that the dragon's head will come in handy later, and I'm glad we did that. Still the instant potion health, just like it is before. Uh, got ourselves an elytra. Ooh, experience boost, unbreaking, efficiency, and teleportation. We really don't need any of this stuff, but looking through some of these tools is good. And breaking 3 and projectile protection, that might not be bad to have with us, and it would be nice to get our hands on a couple of shulker shells. Um, this pack does have the iron chests mod, something we used in Levitated. Oh, it doesn't have it. I thought it did have the shulker portion of that mod, but nonetheless, shulker boxes are still good. So yeah, we're on our way. We just need 3 more of these. This End City is the world's smallest End City, so let us keep looking. Alright, this was our last end ship, but we have all the elytras that we need, and we're quite a ways out. We have done quite a bit of exploring. I got a little lost because we were heading east, and then I started heading up north, and we found a few end cities. Just kind of followed the lay of the land, and like I said, we do have 4 elytras now. We do have some endstone. I grabbed quite a few different things. I'm getting attacked by all of these levitation bubbles. But what I wanted to say before we left the end, because I don't see us coming back here, is that honestly, if vanilla just took a little bit of ideas from modded, they could do so many cool things with the end, in my opinion. But, you know, to each their own. Now, you guys would have seen that we had a lot of kind of random stuff in our inventory that we took from the end, such as these uh, pieces of armor, these different diamond tools. These all have different enchantments on it, like sharpness. This has unbreaking and efficiency. Let's see, that's got unbreaking. This has got icy thorns, block reach, blast protection, leech life, bane of illagers. This has mending. The plan is eventually we have the option to disenchant some of this stuff, so we're going to keep it, and we're just going to throw the rest of this stuff in the old crafting table here because we don't need it. I did come back from my little adventure in the end to find my system completely turned off, and I think the problem lies. I had an Enderman sitting over here with the metal press, and I'm guessing that that was what was killing the energy in the base, which is kind of a weird thing. Let's see, we probably need to get that steak back. But everything else can go in the old buffer here. So now, if we take a look at the angel ring, we need to get ourselves 8 gold plates, we need to get ourselves some advanced components, and then we need to make some blocks of luminescence. We need 4 blocks to be specific, so we need 36 luminescence. So we need to do this craft, what is that, 16 is 8, 18 times? So we should be able to do that if we look at this recipe. Need 36 of you. We have just enough stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And I have a little bit extra. We're going to get ourselves 8 gears. We're going to get our point back out to put at the metal plate press so that we can get our different plates. It was really, really weird. I don't know what was going on, but this thing was losing 28,000 RF per tick. This thing was fluctuating that crazy. I don't know. I don't want this thing chunk loaded, but I do want this. Like our 2 servos or our 2 deals up there are only using 2,000 RF per tick. So we'll end up using 4,000 RF per tick once they're all on. So, yeah, I really don't know what the issue was. Moment of truth time, we should be able to put our jetpack in here and get the diamond ring. We are then going to need the elytras like so. We're going to need 2 feathers up here. I believe these 4 are like this. I believe we take the gold plates like so, and then we take the luminescence blocks in here, and that gives us the angel ring that we can put on. Now, the nice thing about the angel ring is it goes into a slot. So, with that, we should be able to put on the netherite chest plate, and now we're going to be a little more armored up. And if we double spacebar, we still have the creative mode flight. Nice. So that was it. That was today's episode. It was a long-winded way. I actually wanted the creative flight before we fought the Ender Dragon, but you know, we need the things. So the elytra is only used in this craft, so that's pretty good. I'm happy that we only need to get those 4. Hopefully, we'll get ourselves some better chestplate and leggings. I know that the Wandering Trader sells a bunch of stuff that we could better this stuff up, but what we may want to look at is taking these armor pieces, which aren't called armor pieces. Let's look at the boots for example. This has got protection, blast protection, and frostwalker. The leggings here, we have fire protection, we have unbreaking and projectile protection that we could combine. The chest plates we grabbed, this one has feather falling. Modded. We got a little bit of stuff there. If we look at shovel, we have 2 shovels. One has mending, one does not. So we can put mending on one of our pieces of armor. There is a disenchantment table or a disenchanter from Cyclic. That's Botania. Industrial foregoing. There it is. Disenchanter from Cyclic. This thing shouldn't be too bad for us actually to make. We need this, which is a book. Make the enchanting table, and then we need the disenchanter. We should be able to just put in an item with a book, and we should be able to pull the enchantments off at the cost of a little bit of power. So this thing looks pretty cool. Let's see if we get a shovel. This guy, and then we're going to need some books. Yeah. And let's go ahead and remove this. Put some books, and we put a shovel. Always on, we got the mending off, we got the unbreaking off, and we got the excavate off. And that's really nice. And now we can use a regular Minecraft anvil and some of the many levels that we have. Where is my iron? There it is. And we can place this guy down. And if we wanted to, we could take our chest plate and we could put mending on it. Nice and simple, right? So we're going to go through our different enchantments. We're going to disenchant them and make ourselves a little bit better armor. I know there's going to be some more foes that we have to fight. I know we're going to have to fight the Gaia spirit to get towards the end of this mod pack, which was a fun fight that we did last time with Botania. This time we're a little more prepared because we have the charm that resists the wither effect and fire and poison and all of that stuff. That should be a nice, easier fight. But, guys, that's where we're going to end it today. Dragon fight, creative flight. Hope you guys had a great time. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. As always, consider subscribing if you're new. Check the description down below for all of the different ways to follow me, including links to Twitter and Twitch, Discord. You guys know the routine by now. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.